What's up, YouTube? Faros here. This is take two for this video. I just tried one, and I was talking for 11 minutes, and I wasn't done. So, I'm gonna try to spare you guys, anyone who wants to follow along with this series, I'm gonna try to spare you a lot of time, and I'm gonna try to redo this and condense all the information. Things to know. This video is gonna be over the first 2 days of insanity, because yesterday I was talking about things to know before you start. Today I'm going to talk about some brief things that happen over the first 2 days, things you should know going into them. I'm going to talk about how I feel and maybe things you should have if I have enough time when you're doing these first 2 days and when you start doing the workouts. So yesterday was the fit test. I made my vlog before the fit test, then I did it, and I'm going over my results right here. So I have my results here. Your results might be way better, they might be way worse, but I talked yesterday about sort of where I'm at, how I haven't worked out in a while, how I've done insanity before. I've completed it multiple times in the past, but I haven't worked out in a long time. Actually, I haven't had a workout routine in probably over a year. So while my numbers aren't the best, they still might be better than some. So yeah, I don't think it's about comparing numbers. The numbers are about, really, I'm almost hesitant to show them, because really the only reason you track your numbers on these fit tests is to see where you start and see where you end. It doesn't matter where you start as long as you make progress along the way. That's the whole point. So while you might not be able to do as much as me or the guys on TV, it doesn't matter, because you're going to focus on improving your numbers, and you might do way better than me. That does not matter, because you should focus on you and improving over time. That being said, I'm going to show my numbers. So this is what I did. This is my fit test. So I started really, really good, and I wasn't trying as hard as I possibly could on these exercises, but I was trying hard. Okay, there's a difference. I was trying to make good numbers, but I was just trying to hold a rhythm, is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to hold a hard work ethic rhythm, and then right around here I got really, really tired, and you guys might notice the same happens to you. In this area I was completely exhausted, and then on this last exercise I knew it was the last exercise, so I kind of tried to step it up a little bit. If you've never done insanity before, how it works is the fit test is something you do every couple weeks to gauge your progress after you've done a few weeks of the workouts. And you have 8 exercises, and you do each one for a minute, and you see how many you could do. So day number 1, I did 93 switch kicks. That's pretty good. But week 2 comes around, and I do fit test number 2. It might be 100, and I might still have the energy to do more on these. My only tip for the fit test would be, don't push as hard as you possibly can, especially right off the bat, because you might burn out. Try to find a rhythm, like I was talking about a little bit. A rhythm where you're working hard, but not as hard as you possibly can. Try to find that rhythm that you can work in, all right? So that's my tip for the fit test. Even though it's only a 25-minute fit test, I think it's around 25 minutes, I was sore as hell the next day. I woke up, I was sore getting off the couch. I was sore walking upstairs. My ass was sore. My sides were sore when I stretched. I felt my muscles stretch inside my body. It's kind of a weird, awesome feeling. But expect to be in pain and expect to be sore when you're doing this kind of workout routine, because they cram so much into 2 months, where if you do it and you try hard and you do it 6 days a week like you're supposed to, you are going to make awesome progress. It's supposed to be a body transformation. So this is not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. You need to be determined. You need to be able to deal with pain. You need to be able to not make excuses and say, oh, this is hard. Oh, this hurts. This isn't good for me. I'm going to stop. No, that's half the reason I'm making this video series, is to talk about how I was in pain, to let you guys know that it's normal. It's normal for me. It might be normal for you too. And if I do this series again, after I finish this 2 months, I can go back and watch this video and think and say, okay, now this is the second time I've done insanity, and I did that same fit test after 2 months of doing the program. I'm starting it over again. I'm going to do it again. And when I do that fit test, that first day, 2 months later, I'm going to wonder, when I walked upstairs the next day, was my ass sore? I'm going to say, probably not. Really, probably not, because I'm gonna be in so much better shape and that's gonna let me know that I improved. So yeah, it's good to I think talk about details like that. So that was the fit test, and that was the morning after. I was sore, I was in pain, and it's okay. Today was plyometric cardio circuit, the first real workout of the series because it's day 2. I already did it today. I'm making the video after I did it. About a 45-minute workout, I think. 45, maybe 47 minutes. It's pretty hard, especially when it's that first workout of the series where you get in and at some point in the workout you become completely exhausted and you wonder, what the hell am I doing to myself? This is not worth it. I'm on the ground, sweat's pouring off my face. It's hitting the floor. There's sweat drops all over the floor. You can't breathe, you can't move. And Shaun T's on the screen telling you how to do your next exercise. You're like, I'm gonna take 10 seconds and catch my breath, and you look up and that exercise is already almost passed you by, and you just think, oh shit, I gotta get back into it. And that's the story of day 2, your first real exercise. That's it. That's getting back into insanity. The warm-up is, he'll say it in the video too, the warm-up is the most important part. If you're watching this and you're about to start insanity, my number one tip for doing the workouts is don't listen to your headphones. Don't listen to music. Until you're really comfortable with the videos, listen to what Shaun T's telling you, because he's going to tell you how to have correct form in the exercise. He's going to give you these little tips where if you're paying attention, they're going to help you. And he's going to sort of put your mind at ease, because he's going to tell you like right off the bat, okay, the warm-up's the most important part. And the reason he tells you that is because he wants you to focus. He knows it's day 1, all right? He's a smart guy. He knows it's day 1, and he wants you to focus and go all out in the warm-up. And he wants you to start off real slow. And he tells you that. Okay, this is the warm-up. We're just going to start for this first set. We're going to start moving around. We're going to move it around. We're going to get our heart rate up. We're going to start barely, exerting in these exercises. And he goes through each one, and you learn each exercise. And at first, you might not even have the rhythm to really do it. So you might have to take a second and do it really slowly and go, okay, that's how this is supposed to be done. Make sure you're mimicking what they're doing on TV. And then they get into the second set where you start really pushing. And then the third set, you're supposed to do as fast as you can. So that's my tip for day 1 or day 2. First real workout is listen to the guy, listen to the cues he's giving you, and try to pay attention to what he's saying and emulate what he's saying with your form and your exercises. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. And I made it through the warm-up without stopping. I think I stopped one time, got a drink of water. It took me like 5 to 10 seconds and I got right back into it. But after the warm-up, I was so tired, man. They started stretching before me. I caught up with the stretching. The stretching's really important. Don't skip the stretch. He tells you not to skip the stretch. Don't skip the stretch, or else you're going to pull your muscles and you're going to be in way more pain than you should be. And I went through the stretch, and I went through the first set of real exercises after the stretch, and I made it, I think, into like the 3rd repetition of the first set, and then I was just out of breath, out of energy, done. I got back up, but there was a time where like you just collapse and you gotta catch your breath, wait until you recover and get back into it. And it's okay. That's another thing I wanted to say. You gotta try with these workouts to do everything you can and push as hard as you can, but you're even gonna see the people in the video, if you really pay attention, where they walk off sometimes. They walk off in the middle of a set, get a drink, because they went too hard or they got too tired and they're tuckered out. So that's okay. Especially week 1, exercise 1. It's gonna happen. And if you're not strong-willed, you're gonna tell yourself, this isn't for me, I can't do this, I need to quit. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be so hard you can't do it at first. And that's why you're gonna do exercises for this first month. All the first month videos go on for the entire first month. So at the beginning of the first month, they're going to be really hard. And by the end of the first month, you should be able to do them without taking breaks. That's my goal. That's how I try to do this. At the beginning, I try as hard as I can, but inevitably, I can't do it all without taking breaks. I have to take breaks even in the middle of the sets. Small ones. My goal for today was to get up and participate in every exercise, even if it was only for 10 seconds. If you were doing an exercise for 35 or 40 seconds, I think some of them are like 30 seconds a piece, I tried to at least get up and participate in every single exercise every single time it came around. And then he would say break, I'd break. You know, they would start, maybe I'm a couple seconds slow, but I would start again and I would hit every single exercise. I think that's a good goal when you're starting. And then by the end of the month, you should be able to do it without taking those breaks. Except for when you're supposed to, you know? But that's pretty much the story of day 1 and 2. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna kick your ass, but you should expect that and you should embrace that and know that all this soreness and all this pain and all this, difficulty is what is going to make you better, and it's what is going to give you this awesome progress over the next 2 months. So that's sort of where I'm at in my head. I'm going to wrap up this video because it's already been a really long one. Thank you for watching. If you guys like the things I'm talking about, please leave in the comments below if this was helpful to you or encouraging to you or motivating to you, or if you'd like me to talk about some other topics next video or in any video. Leave them in the comments below. I would like this to be a place where people can just come and leave comments and have discussions and talk about how they're feeling, talk with other people about things maybe they should be doing to, feel better, tips, tricks, things like that. Last thing I want to say is that I did the workout on a hardwood floor like they did, because I have hardwood floors upstairs. And I think if you work out on hardwood floors, you need shoes, okay? You need to wear tennis shoes. If you don't have tennis shoes, I would even suggest you go to a Target or a Walmart and you buy some cheap-ass tennis shoes, because I think you really need them, because if you try to do it on hardwood floor and your socks, you're going to slip all over the place, and if you try to do it barefoot, you're going to get blisters, maybe, if your feet aren't calloused. But you're going to have a lot more grip and a lot more ankle support and a lot more traction if you have shoes, even if they're cheap ones. You don't have to buy $120 shoes, okay? You can buy cheap ones. I work out in cheap ones because I don't want my nice ones smelling all funky, okay? So that's another tip. If you work out on hardwood floors, wear tennis shoes. It's going to change your workout. It's going to make it to where you can do these exercises better. If you're on carpet, I would probably say you can do whatever you want. I think shoes are still better than not shoes, but I remember doing it on carpet barefoot and I liked it. I'm no fitness instructor by any means, so take my opinions with a grain of salt, but I'm giving you my opinions as somebody who's completed the circuit before and who's going to do it again. I'm out, dudes. For now, if you want to talk about anything specific in the next episode, leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I guess I'll keep doing this. I don't know if this is going to be awesome to some people or if no one's going to care, but I'm also doing this for myself, like I said in my last video. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow maybe. I don't know if I'll do it every single day, but I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good one, guys. Catch you later.